WWE cancels LA Night Push. More WWE releases may be coming. Release star could return at Backlash. Reason behind the New Day WWE exit. Roman Reigns pulled off from WWE shows. Let's talk about it then. WWE cancels LA Night Push. LA Knight's momentum may have just hit an unexpected wall, and fans are starting to notice. Coming out of WrestleMania 42, everything seemed lined up for the megastar to step into something bigger. He teamed with the Usos in a high-profile six-man tag match, picking up a solid win over Logan Paul, Austin Theory, and ISHO Speed. It felt like a launching pad moment, but then nothing. Since that night, LA Knight has been completely absent from Raw, and naturally, questions began building around his direction. Now, a new report from Body Slam Plus has added some clarity, and it's not exactly great news. According to the report, WWE originally had plans for LA Knight to enter a short post-Mania program with Gunther. On paper, that's a strong feud, two top-tier personalities with championship credibility. In fact, WWE even teased this direction on the Raw after WrestleMania, when Gunther declared his intentions of chasing the world title, only to be interrupted by Knight, who made it clear he had the same goal. But behind the scenes, things changed. The Triple H-led creative team reportedly made a late decision to pivot away from that feud. Instead, Gunther was moved to SmackDown to challenge Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship, effectively scrapping Knight's planned storyline. As of now, there's no confirmed creative direction for LA Knight. The report notes that while he remains with the company, especially during a period filled with roster cuts, his next move is still unclear. Interestingly, Knight hasn't disappeared completely. He's been involved in promotional work for SummerSlam, suggesting WWE still sees value in him. But creatively, he's currently in limbo. More WWE releases may be coming. WWE's recent wave of roster cuts may not be finished, and that's creating serious uncertainty behind the scenes. Over the past few weeks, the company has made multiple shocking decisions that have impacted more than 24 talents. On April 24th, WWE released over 24 names in a move that caught fans completely off guard. The list included major and recognizable stars like Kairi Sane, Aleister Black, and Bo Dallas, along with several other performers across different divisions. But that wasn't the end of it. On May 2nd, another round of departures followed. Longtime tag team stars Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods of the New Day exited the company, marking a huge shift considering their legacy and popularity. Alongside them, MFD members JC Mateo and Tonga Loa were also let go, adding even more weight to what is quickly becoming a worrying trend. Now, according to Brian Alvarez on Wrestling Observer Live, there's a strong possibility that more releases could still be coming. He stated, "Ever since Friday's show, we had more people released from WWE. There may be more coming." Alvarez also revealed that some of the names announced recently were actually released earlier, but WWE delayed making those decisions public. That delay suggests there could still be more names yet to be officially confirmed. In fact, a few of the people that were announced this weekend had actually been released a while ago. I would not be surprised if there were more names to come, he added. Interestingly, Alvarez mentioned hearing that Tama Tonga was gone, although that situation didn't materialize immediately. Right now, the mood within WWE appears tense, with talent reportedly unsure about their future. Release star could return at Backlash. Kairi Sane's WWE exit shocked fans, but her story might not be over just yet. Last month, WWE released multiple superstars as part of its annual budget cuts, and one of the most surprising names on that list was Kairi Sane. The former women's tag team champion had been consistently featured on weekly television and was actively involved in the developing storyline alongside Asuka and IYO Sky. In fact, Sane and Asuka ended the year as champions, making her sudden departure even more unexpected. The reaction from fans was immediate and loud. Many questioned the decision, especially considering Sane's role in an ongoing storyline that had yet to reach a proper conclusion. That unfinished angle has now become the center of new speculation. According to Brian Alvarez on Wrestling Observer Radio, there's a possibility that Kairi Sane could return to WWE at Backlash 2026. The event is set to take place in Florida, and it will feature a high-stakes match between Asuka and Io Sky, two competitors directly connected to Sane's recent storyline. Alvarez noted that there is an internal belief within WWE that Sane could appear at the event to wrap up the narrative. 4 weeks before her release, Asuka had been targeting and bullying Kairi Sane, while Io Sky attempted to support her and push her to fight back. That emotional dynamic left fans invested, but without closure. If Sane does return at Backlash, it could provide the payoff many felt was missing. It would also raise questions about whether this was always part of a bigger plan or a late creative adjustment. For now, nothing is confirmed, but the possibility alone has fans watching closely. Reason behind a New Day WWE exit. The end of an era has officially arrived, and the real reason behind the New Day's WWE exit is now coming to light. After more than a decade as one of WWE's most iconic tag teams, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods have parted ways with the company. With over 15 years each in the Stanford-based promotion, many believed they would stay until retirement. Their chemistry, legacy, and connection with fans made them feel almost untouchable. But behind the scenes, things weren't as secure as they seemed. According to Dave Meltzer, the key issue came down to contract negotiations. WWE reportedly approached both Kingston and Woods with a request to restructure their existing deals and accept a pay cut. This is particularly surprising because the duo had only signed those contracts last year, and the agreements were originally set to run until 2030. Faced with that decision, the New Day chose not to accept the revised terms. Instead of staying under reduced financial conditions, Kingston and Woods made the bold call to leave the company on their own terms. It's a rare move in modern wrestling, especially for talents of their stature, and it signals that the decision was less about creative direction and more about respect and value. Following their exit, both stars released a statement confirming their departure, bringing an emotional close to one of WWE's most successful tag team runs in history. As per standard procedure, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods will now serve a 90-day non-compete clause before they can officially sign elsewhere. Naturally, speculation has already begun about their next move, with All Elite Wrestling being the most talked about destination. Wherever they go next, one thing is clear: the landscape of tag team wrestling just changed. Roman Reigns pulled off from WWE shows. Roman Reigns' dominant run as World Heavyweight Champion just hit an unexpected twist, and fans are starting to question what's really going on. At WrestleMania 42, Roman Reigns defeated CM Punk to capture the World Heavyweight Championship in a massive main event moment. After the victory, the original tribal chief promised to fix WWE's long-standing part-time champion problem, and for a while he delivered. Reigns showed up consistently on Monday Night Raw, building momentum and proving his commitment as a fighting champion. In fact, WWE had initially advertised him for all shows scheduled in June 2026, giving fans the impression that his full-time presence would continue. But recently, those advertisements were quietly changed, and now Reigns is expected to miss multiple upcoming episodes of Raw. Naturally, speculation exploded online. Some fans even began questioning whether there was tension between Roman Reigns and TKO Group Holdings behind the scenes. But according to Wrestling Observer Radio, the situation appears to be far less dramatic and more strategic. The report states that Roman Reigns is currently not scheduled to appear at WWE Night of Champions 2026 in Saudi Arabia. Because of that, WWE reportedly has no active storyline or feud planned for him heading into the event. As a result, there's little reason to feature him on television throughout June. It's a surprising decision, especially considering his recent promise to stay active. However, it also highlights how WWE structures its storytelling around major premium live events. As of now, Roman Reigns is still expected to miss those shows, but plans in WWE can always change at any moment. Subscribe for more wrestling news videos.